Alright, hi everyone. I almost have a voice again. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit froggy, but I'm not nearly as froggy as I was last week, so... take a little drink, and hopefully things will go well. I haven't spoken much yet this morning, so you guys are the first to hear my voice today. Let's go down and look at Weekly String and see if there is a new template. There is. Wow, look at that. That's CPT template number 2. I am not likely to use that, but you know what's really cool is with these templates, you can print them out and then just fill in those areas with something, you know. But I'll see if I can draw that out. Let's see. That one's going to need a straight edge. I'm going to zoom you back out so you can see everything. And I'm going to draw as best I can this kind of a template. Just going to use my pencil. And it'll be a big triangle here. Like that. And then the next layer, the triangle is here. Going kind of this way. Basically, I think the point of this template is to get you thinking about layers of, and I forgot to leave the top one on top, so let's just erase that. Think about it better on the next one. Okay. The next layer is going kind of upward, but mine is going to be a little bit different than this one because I've got them in a different place and because I'm on a square tile rather than a rectangle. So I'm just going to do this. So I think the point of this though is to think about using layers is your guide. And then the last one will go upside down. Let's get it way down in there so you see it. Something like that. That would be a layer, a bunch of layers for using as a template. People have asked what is the difference between a template and a string. There's not a lot of difference, but there's still a guide. But I did notice so far that the templates for CPT are so far straight lines. I don't know if that's going to continue. But they seem more geometric than a string, which is more organic. But I don't know if that's just happenstance. This is template number 2. And I may or may not use this idea of overlapping triangles in my work, depending on what's going on. Why does it seem blurry? It's not blurry, but I guess it's just the way the light is hitting my page. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Come out of here, going to go back to the home page, go to Pattern Focus, and start on today's pattern. Now, you'll note I'm going to have to be scrolling down quite a ways because not only am I a week behind of what the patterns are already on, but I'm also noticed that Nicole is on holiday, and because of that, she has actually posted 3 weeks of patterns. So you'll see me scroll way down to get to the pattern for today. So today's pattern, right? I did do that right, didn't I? I have to check to make sure. Yes, last week we did these ones. Lily, Lily Bridge, Lisbon, Loop Puffs. Yes, that's correct. So Wagon Wheel is going to be the one for today. Did anybody have a video? Nope, no videos. So it looks like it's a grid pattern. I'm going to start with our grid, and then in the corner, not directly into the corners, but cutting it just slightly shorter, about 1/3 of the way over from the middle, right? We're going to do ones in the angles in the corners, and then do this here. So it kind of looks like a T. So we're just going to put the letter T in there. And then we're going to, right next to that, we're going to make a nice dark, thick. It shows it as 2 lines, but then fill it in. So you can either do it that way, or you can grab a thicker pen and make a nice thick line. Nice bold line there. Okay, and then in the middle, we're going to draw a little circle. And then we're going to take this and aura that shape right there. And then in the middle, we're going to put a little bit of starbursty thing. And then some shading. Here's one variation, and here's a tile that shows some other variations. What if we, instead of put a circle in the middle, we put a square in the middle? Look at how that looks different. So we're just going to play with it, do a little CPT on it, little creative pattern tangling, and yeah. Oh, I gotta move this light. It's kind of gloomy today. I've put an extra light, but it was blinding me on my side of my face there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on my big light. That's better. Grab me a piece of paper. I think I'm going to use the other side of this one. And I like to not go right up to the edge. Some people do. Some people like going right up to the edge. It's not my thing. So I like to start with a little bit of a border. I'm going to make a grid. I guess it's going to be kind of a regular grid for this one. Just use my pencil, give me some guidelines, and then decide how I want to divide this. Do I want to like that? Something like that. That pretty much divides it into squares, right? More or less. Okay, and I got me a new pen because that other one was all dried up and was starting to cause me issues. So, happened to be a Hobby Lobby, and so I got a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. The 0.3 millimeter, which is close. I like the I liked the nib on this one, which is on their, get into the package, like, come on, didn't think it was going to be that difficult to open the package. Because when I was at the store, because I like the 01 micron, and I thought, oh, well then that means I need the extra small, because this one comes in extra small, small, medium, large, or something like that. I thought that was going to need to be the size, was going to be the extra small in order to have an 01 micron. But an 01 micron is actually, you can see it right here. Can you see that? Is actually 0.25 millimeters. And so a Pitt pen, what does it say? It doesn't say it on here. See, when you actually have the pen, it doesn't tell you, but on the packaging. So the 0.3 millimeter is actually closer in size to the 01 micron than the extra small, because it said 0.01 millimeters, which is actually closer to the teeny tiny 0.005 micron. Well, it's a little confusing, so you just have to read your packaging and know what you're getting. So I thought I'd try this one. I have not tried. I've tried some other of their pens, but I've not tried their fine liners. It does say it's waterproof, Indian ink, maximum light fastness. So all of those are very important things to me. That looks like a nice tip. I'll give this one a go. But that other one was just drying up, and I really just didn't want to buy a whole set. You know, in the microns in the store where I have access to, most of them only give me the set of, 0.05 all the way up to like 0.5 or 0.8. It gives me a range of sizes. Well, I got plenty of the big ones because I don't use them that much. I didn't need a whole set. I just wanted one pen, and the stores really don't have microns in a one pen, at least the ones that I have access to. Now, I'm sure that there are stores that have just singles, and I could have ordered online, but I wanted to just grab it, and I happened to be there. And, it was $4.49 as of, the end of May 2018. And I used a 40% off coupon, so I got it for like $2. $2.50, something like that. So it wasn't super expensive. We'll see how this goes. Well, that's a nice line. Okay, I'll enjoy this. That's a good size. Perfect. I want more of a square. So I'm not going to follow my lines going this way. I don't think they're quite square. I want to be a little more square. There we go. And then I'm just going to erase all my little guidelines so they don't get in my way. Don't bug my eye. And, okay. So, next step is to cut the corners and decide, I'm going to decide where there's ones that are middles. So in order to do that, I'm going to just use my pencil. I'm just going to put an X so that I know that this is where I need to cut my corners. That's the middle. And this is not a middle. This one's a middle. And that's not a middle. This one's a middle. And then it's an odd number of squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's an odd number of squares. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you know what I could do? Nah, I'll leave it like this. It's fine. Okay. So I want to kind of cut this corner. And this one. And then I'm going to turn it because it's easier for me to draw this line going this way. Like that. I went right off the screen. Ay, ay, ay. I'm a little too zoomed in. Let me zoom out just a tad. I think my camera moved again. It doesn't take much. It takes like a quarter of an inch. Less than a quarter of an inch for my camera to be completely off of where I'm used to seeing it. Okay, let's try that. Oh, much better. Okay, now I should stay in frame. Every time I take it off and put it back on, that happens. Like that, right? Haven't done anything weird. No. Okay. So far, so good. Now let's look at... Now we want to do this line here. From the middle to about half, right there. I'm going to do them all going one way, and then I'm going to turn it and go all the other way. Just to make it easier on me. My poor little brain. Like that. And then I'm going to turn it and go the other way. And then I'm going to turn it. Okay, and then turn it one more time. Oop, I almost went the wrong direction. I was aiming for that corner. Did you see my hand do that? All right. So far, so good. Then, in this spot here, I want a nice little circle. About that size. sideways, I think. Oh, that's not centered. That's better. Oh, that one might be in the middle. And then this one will be like that. And like that. How pretty is this so far? I like it. Sorry it's taking so long. They seem to be either going slow. Oh, it's because I did the template. That's why this video is long already. Duh, Dawn. Okay. Oh yes, and we want a thicker one here. So I'm gonna get my bigger pen. Where's my 08? No, that's not 08. That's 05. There's 08. And I'm just going to do a thicker one along this line. Rather than trying to draw and color in. I just use a thicker pen. Like that. Did I get them all? Nope. Missed some going this way. And then turn my page and go the other way. Oh, I missed one. This one. Okay. Done. Now, what's the next step? Now we aura this shape. And I thought maybe we'd aura this shape like that, but we don't. Looks like we aura all the way over. Which way do we aura? Aura into the corner. What corner? Oops, I missed a big one. Something doesn't look right. And I'm not too sure what. Mine are further apart. This square here, I didn't make my line farther enough this way. So I have more room here between this and this than the, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me scoot it in here and try to play with the glare. But you might be able to see it. See here? How it's actually closer. Yeah, mine's a little off. So I'm thinking we're going to do a little creative pattern tangling with this. And all that means is that you're just going to take what the pattern shows and modify it just slightly. So instead of doing an aura here, which the thing shows it going like this. It shows it going around here. No. It shows it, yes. It shows it coming down here and around here and up here and here. But they kind of meet there in the middle, and that's not going to meet. See, if I do it with my shading stump with just a little bit of, you'll see that, see what I mean? I don't know if you can see what I mean. Can you see what I mean? they want us to do this line here, like that. So I think I'm going to actually do this. Still gonna aura, but I think I'm gonna do it like that instead. Shouldn't change the look too terribly much. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. So I want to thank everyone for giving me all those home remedies. You know, everybody swears by honey and lemon in a hot tea with honey and lemon for a bit of laryngitis. But you know, I've tried them all. I honestly have. Like I said before, one of the ones I did not try is one that my husband got a suggestion, which was onion and lemon. I think that's what he said. It just sounded awful. Yeah, we did try that. But, you know, I've tried that, all the home remedies. I've tried the things the doctor says. And basically, doctor says until whatever I've got goes away and my... Because when I get sick, my nose doesn't run anymore. I don't know why. It's something that has changed within my sinuses. My nose most of the time does not run. What happens is that it drips down the back of my throat. And until the sinus dripping has stopped, I am not going to have a voice. It's because it's physical. It's coming down the back of my throat. And so, you know, I do what I can. I do drink the hot liquids but it's a postnasal drip thing, and until I'm feeling better, it just happens. So, I lose my voice all the time. Anytime I'm about to get sick, as a matter of fact, my voice goes first before I even feel like I'm not feeling well. And there have been a few days where it's just allergy, and my voice goes away for a day and then it comes back. But if I actually have a cold, you know, it's just going to take 7 days. 7 to 10 days for the cold to go away, and then my voice comes back, and there's just really nothing I can do about it. So, but I do appreciate you guys were concerned about me. I do like this pattern. It's very pretty, and it's really soothing to do all these auras. This is nice. Good one to come back, start the week on. We had a really busy weekend. You will be seeing this in June, but it's really the day after Memorial Day, the end of May. And Memorial Day weekend was a 3-day weekend, and our friends came and we worked all 3 days on the weekend. We've been mostly only working on Saturdays. That's kind of been our thing. But they really wanted to get the artificial turf in the backyard, put that grass carpet laid down, and so we actually worked all 3 days this weekend. and we could not have done it without our friends, but the grass looks really good. I can see the seam where we had to seam the pieces of grass together, but I think over time it will wear and you won't notice it as much. And it's certainly dramatically better than the brown landscape we have had for so long. I am just so tired of, because not only had our backyard, you know, when we first moved in and we had this beautiful green lawn back there, and then, you know, the California drought hit and we weren't allowed to water, and things started turning kind of that not quite dead green, that kind of yellowy, I'm kind of sick green that the grass had turned, but we still had grass, okay, and we still mowed and so forth and so on. And then we got some sort of bug in the yard, in the lawn, because then it started dying in patches. And it wasn't because we weren't watering. We were still watering the way we'd been watering, but it was dying in these big patches. So then we just stopped watering because we couldn't keep it alive. We didn't want to dig it up and then try to amend the soil and kill whatever was in there. We decided that wasn't really worth it, and so we just stopped watering the lawn. And it stayed that kind of yellowy green brown for a really long time, just with the natural bit of water it was getting from rain. And of course, every time it rained, it greened up a little bit, and then, you know, a few days later it would kind of go yellowy brown again. And we had this cycle going on for, I don't know, 6 months to a year, I think. And then we had the builder, the contractor, come in to work on the wall because, you know, our wood fence, our 30-year-old wood fence, kept blowing over. And when that started, then of course he just drove his big machinery over the dead lawn, which just made it all completely dirt at that point. And so I've been living with sort of a brown backyard for well over a year. And so to have something green in the backyard, even though it's not living grass, is so beautiful. I just love it. Just love it. So when the project is completely finished, we have everything done, I will take a before and after photo and show you guys the whole thing. But, you know, it's going to be a couple more months at least, because now that the lawn is in, we can prepare the area for my art shed. I'm so excited to have an art studio out there in the backyard. Oh, look at that, how that came out. Okay, so now the step out shows us putting just kind of a thing in the middle here. A couple of these sticking out in the middle of that. Thus, wagon wheel. So I think we need to honor that portion of the pattern, because that's kind of how it was designed, as a wagon wheel. That's cool. Yeah, so I will show you a before and after. We need, like I said, the next step is to get the gravel laid down and leveled where my art shed is going to go. And we have to take down the old patio that's falling over. So far we've left it up just so it provided us some shade while we're working, but it's about time for it to go. Take that down and build a new patio structure using the same supports as the previous one. Pretty much just replace it. But that'll take a little while because I would like to pre-paint the beams. Why did Google just do that? That's weird. I did not say the command to have my phone turn on Google search. I didn't. And it just came on by itself. That's weird. Okay. Now I need to go back to where I was. Pattern focus. Today's pattern, wagon wheel. You're right. I think I want more dark. I'm going to get my big pen again. And I think I'm going to accentuate this square. With a little bit more bold. Do I even want to color it in? I might want to color it in, I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to color it in. Okay. Coloring it in. It is. Okay, so we have to finish the patio cover. We have to get the garden sheds ordered and installed. And then we have to have the front yard. Right now we've been taking out and moving all this dirt from the backyard, and we've just been piling it in the front yard. Front yard also has been dead and brown for close to a year. So, got to get the front yard graded. Oh, this weekend we also got our fence installed. The hot tub, the spa was delivered on Friday. So we got the spa delivered. We got the grass, artificial grass delivered. We got a lot of things happened this week. Got the front gates put up so that we could. You're not allowed to have the spa filled with water if your backyard is accessible. So we got the front gates put up. That was a project in and of itself. And then, yeah, we got a lot done. It was a busy weekend. So we have to have the front yard, get the piles of rock and dirt out of the front yard, get that all cleared off so that we can then put the rest of the artificial turf out front, have the house painted, and then we'll be done. So there's a few more steps to do, But I feel like we're in the home stretch, which is really exciting. I'm going to, I don't know if I want any graphite. I'm not sure I want graphite. Let me look and see where they've got shading showing. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to do that. But maybe just around, just on this side. Just on the round side. Emphasize this wagon wheel shape, which I think it will do if I put pencil there. And then I'll put some white highlights on the opposite side. I think that will bring it all together. This is going to be a long one. Sorry, guys. Probably be the longest one of the week, I think. I'm not sure, but I think. You guys want to watch some crazy video, watch the videos of what's going on in Hawaii with the lava. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It does look very apocalyptic. What's really weird is because the lava most of the time flows so slowly, they can get like really close, like less than 50, 100 feet away from the flowing lava and just stand there and take pictures. It's crazy. The number of homes that have been destroyed, though, it's just so sad. And one that I was watching, believe his name's Scott. I think his name is Scott. Anyway, he runs a boat tour company out of Hawaii that he's been taking people to watch the lava roll into the sea, and he took video of the lava consuming his home. That was sad. But the good thing is that because lava moves so slowly, most of the people, I mean, they're able to evacuate, and they're able to get a large number of their belongings out. Like in California, we're used to people dealing with wildfire, and wildfire can consume your house within minutes. You know, if you see it coming, you don't have much time to grab the things that you want to grab and go. And so everybody that I know, now it doesn't mean that everybody in California, but everybody that I know has some sort of plan in place as to the things that they need to grab. If they only had, we all do the whole thing, if you only had 10 minutes to evacuate your house, what would you take with you? And so, you know, we all have that plan in place. I have a fire safe. It's a small one where we keep all of our documents, like you know, passports and that type of thing, insurance papers, driver's licenses, old driver's licenses, birth certificates, those kind of important documents. I have a fire safe that's got that, but it's small enough to be portable. It's a little heavy, but it you know, I can lift it. that would go. My laptop and my backup hard drives, those would go. And I would throw some clothes in a suitcase if I had time. You know, some of it you have to have in your head that it won't come with you, and hope that your house survives. Now, the people in Hawaii were able to take furniture. They were able, you know, if I had pets, obviously pets would go. That's without saying. But they had time to rescue, get the pictures and paintings off their walls, and pack suitcases, and because instead of having 10 minutes to evacuate, they had 2 days to evacuate, or even a week. Some, you know, this lava flow has been going for about a month now, and so those who see it creeping their direction have had a long time to decide, you know, what are they going to save? What are they not going to save? Do they have a place they can store it? You know, do they have friends or family? Do they have, you know, go rent a storage unit somewhere? I mean, they have had options that in California we don't have when there's a wildfire. It doesn't make it any less sad. And obviously the people who live in flood-prone areas and stuff know what I'm talking about. You don't have time. You know, by the time your house is in danger, you sometimes only have minutes to make some sort of choices. So you have to have an emergency plan in place. Otherwise, you get all panicky. And you know, so I have my top tier things, the things that have to get put in a car and leave if there was to be a fire. Now, we don't live right up against the mountains. Those people I know who do actually leave a lot of stuff packed in a fireproof box, kind of like the one I have for my belongings, my papers. They have bigger ones that have some really some of their more important things that they leave always packed, ready by the door, just to grab and go. Because of the danger, you know, I have some friends who every 2 or 3 years have had to evacuate. So, you know, they have that stuff packed. My mom has that stuff packed. She actually lived at our house for 2 weeks one summer because there was a large wildfire raging near her home. And it came within, well, it was across the street. It literally was across the street. The houses on her block, none of them burned down, which was amazing. But the fire came within, you know, yards of her home. So, you know, she has things packed and ready to go. So I have 2 tiers. I have the emergency things, the things, you know, a 5-minute, 10-minute evacuation plan has these things on it. An hour evacuation plan has these other things on it. If I had 2 days, I would have these other things on my list. There's some things that I would love to have and keep, but you know, you have to decide what is the most important, and then work your way from there. All right, I think I'm finally done. Look at that. That came out good. And it's a little bit different than the step out, but not too much different. And I think it came out really good. You guys have a really great day. I will see you on the next video. Go out and do something nice for somebody today, and make the world a better place, okay? See you later. Bye.